Upbeat, suspenseful music fades in. Quick cuts. Rainy NYC streets, a woman scrubbing floors, a man on a bench. Dramatic pause. Picture this. A hard-working black maid, pouring her soul into cleaning up after the rich and famous, falls head over heels for a rugged, homeless man she meets in the park. They tie the knot in a tiny hall, but as they say, "I do," the guests erupt in cruel laughter. What a joke! She's slumming it with a bum! Hearts break, whispers turn to sneers. Until the groom grabs the mic, flashes a grin, and drops a bombshell secret that turns the entire room to stone. Was it all a scam? A hidden fortune? Or something way darker? Stick around, you won't believe what happens next. Music swells, cut to title card, Black Maid marries homeless man. Until his shocking secret silences the room. Imagine this. In the bustling streets of New York City, where dreams clash with harsh realities, a woman named Aisha Thompson scrubbed floors for a living. Aisha, a 32-year-old black maid with a heart of gold and skin that glowed like polished ebony, had seen it all. From cleaning penthouses owned by millionaires to mopping up after spoiled celebrities, her days were filled with thankless toil. But one rainy afternoon in Central Park, everything changed. Aisha was on her lunch break, huddled under a leaky umbrella when she spotted him. Marcus, a homeless man with ragged clothes and a weathered face, sitting on a bench feeding pigeons. His eyes, though tired, sparkled with quiet wisdom. She offered him half her sandwich, not out of pity, but because her mama always taught her that kindness costs nothing. Marcus accepted with a grateful smile, and they started talking. Hours flew by as he shared stories of his past, adventures in far-off lands, lost loves, and a life derailed by bad luck. Aisha listened, captivated. For the first time in years, she felt truly seen. Their meetings became routine. Marcus wasn't just surviving on the streets. He had a depth that drew Aisha in. He quoted poetry, fixed her broken watch with scraps from his pocket, and made her laugh until her sides hurt. Against all odds, love blossomed. 6 months later, Marcus proposed with a ring he crafted from a soda tab and a shiny pebble. Aisha said yes, knowing love wasn't about money or status. But as wedding plans unfolded, whispers began. Friends and family questioned her choice. A maid marrying a bum? Girl, you're better than that. Little did they know, Marcus held a secret that would flip their world upside down. Word of the wedding spread like wildfire through Aisha's tight-knit community in Harlem. Her best friend, Tanya, pulled her aside one evening over coffee. Aisha, honey, are you sure? He's homeless. What about your future? Kids? Stability? Aisha smiled, her eyes shining. Tanya, love isn't a bank account. Marcus makes me happy. That's enough. But the doubts gnawed at her. Aisha worked double shifts at the luxury hotel to afford a simple ceremony in a community hall. She invited everyone, co-workers, family, even some of the hotel guests she'd befriended. Marcus, with his easy charm, helped plan it all, insisting on keeping things humble. It's about us, not the show, he'd say. As invitations went out, the reactions poured in. Aisha's aunties clucked their tongues. That girl's throwing her life away. Her cousins joked behind her back. From maid to married to a street king? Ha! Even at work, the other maids teased her gently, but Aisha held her head high. She sewed her own dress, a simple white gown with lace from a thrift store, and dreamed of the day she'd walk down the aisle. Marcus, meanwhile, remained mysterious about his past. He'd dodge questions about family or jobs, saying, "The streets took everything, but they gave me you." Aisha trusted him completely. She didn't need his history. She needed his heart. But as the big day approached, tension built. Guests RSVP'd with a mix of curiosity and skepticism. No one could imagine what was coming, a revelation that would leave jaws on the floor. Section 3. The wedding day dawns. The morning of the wedding was crisp and sunny, a rare gift in the city that never sleeps. Aisha woke up in her tiny apartment, butterflies dancing in her stomach. Tanya helped her into the dress, pinning flowers in her braided hair. "You look like a queen," Tanya said, though her voice held a hint of worry. At the community hall, decorated with string lights and borrowed chairs, guests trickled in. There were about 50 people, mostly Aisha's side since Marcus had no family to invite. Her relatives filled the front rows, dressed in their Sunday best, but their faces showed mixed emotions. Whispers floated like smoke. "Where's his suit from? Salvation Army? This is going to be a disaster." Marcus arrived last, in a borrowed tux that hung loosely on his frame. He looked nervous but beamed when he saw Aisha at the altar. The officiant, a local pastor, began the ceremony. Vows were exchanged. Simple, heartfelt words about love conquering all. Aisha's voice trembled as she promised to stand by him through thick and thin. Marcus echoed her, his eyes locking onto hers with unspoken intensity. But as they sealed it with a kiss, the real drama started. During the reception, guests mingled over punch and finger foods. Laughter erupted, not the joyful kind, but mocking snickers. Aisha's cousin Jamal leaned over to his date. "Can you believe it? Maid marries a hobo. What's next? Riches from rags?" The room buzzed with sneers. Poor Aisha, settling for scraps. He probably just wants a roof over his head. Aisha overheard and felt a sting, but she squeezed Marcus's hand. He remained calm, almost amused, as if waiting for the perfect moment. The toasts began, and that's when things heated up. Aisha's uncle stood first, chuckling into the mic. "To Aisha and, Marcus. May your love be as clean as the floors she scrubs." The crowd laughed, some clapping awkwardly. Tanya followed, her words kind but laced with concern. "Aisha deserves the world." "Marcus, treat her right." Then it was Marcus's turn. He stood slowly, adjusting his tie, and cleared his throat. The room fell into a hush, expecting some humble thanks. Instead, Marcus's voice boomed with confidence. "Thank you all for coming. I know what you're thinking. Why would a beautiful woman like Aisha marry a homeless man like me? Well, let me tell you a story." Gasps rippled through the crowd. Marcus continued. 10 years ago, I was Marcus Blackwell, CEO of Blackwell Tech, a multi-million-dollar company in Silicon Valley. I had it all, mansions, cars, a private jet. But one day, I realized it was empty. The greed, the backstabbing, it ate at my soul. So, I faked my disappearance, donated everything anonymously, and chose the streets to find real meaning. The room went dead silent. Jaws dropped. Aisha's eyes widened. She had no idea. Marcus pulled out his phone and projected a screen. Old news articles flashed up. "Tech mogul vanishes, billions in assets donated." Photos of a younger, suited Marcus matched the man before them. "I lived as a homeless man to test humanity. Most ignored me. But Aisha?" She saw my heart. He turned to her. "Aisha, my love, I never told you because I wanted you to love me for me, not my money. But today I reveal the truth. I'm worth over 500 million. And everything I have is yours." Chaos erupted. Guests who sneered now stammered apologies. Jamal's face turned beet red. Tanya hugged Aisha, tears streaming. The pastor blessed them again, calling it a miracle. Marcus had planned it all. Lawyers confirmed his identity, and he'd already transferred funds to Aisha's name. The shocking secret silenced the room, turning mockery into awe. In the aftermath, the reception transformed. Guests who laughed now toasted genuinely, sharing stories and well wishes. Aisha, still in shock, pulled Marcus aside. "Why didn't you tell me?" she whispered. He smiled softly. "Because true love doesn't need secrets or money. But now we build together." The couple danced under the lights, the room alive with joy. News spread fast. By morning, local reporters swarmed, turning their story into a viral sensation. Aisha quit her maid job, starting a foundation to help the homeless with Marcus's fortune. They bought a cozy brownstone in Harlem, blending luxury with humility. Years later, on their anniversary, Aisha reflected, "Love isn't about where you start. It's about who you become together." Their story inspired millions, proving that beneath the surface, miracles hide. And for Aisha and Marcus, every day was a reminder. Sometimes the greatest treasures are wrapped in the simplest packages. True treasures hide in the unlikeliest places. If that had you hooked from start to finish, smash that like button to show some love, and hit subscribe so you never miss another jaw-dropping tale like this. Turn on notifications, ding, for weekly stories that warm the heart and blow your mind. Drop a comment below. What's the wildest secret you've ever uncovered? Share with a friend who needs this inspiration, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Stay kind, stay real, peace. Music fades with end screen elements. Subscribe button, link to playlist of similar stories and social icons. Text overlay, like and subscribe, comment your secret. Ah.